And, at the end of the day, we doing a lot of different things for the people, by the people, because of the people. So before I bring on Attorney Gregory, I want to preface my comments by saying there are a lot of people right now slandering, what's going on with Dr. Umar Johnson. And right now we gonna get into some of that. But I want us to actually make sure we have the entire story. Okay? We want the entire story. So I'm gonna have my brother call in and we gonna get right to it. This is gonna be an amazing show. Amazing show. So here's the thing. Here's the deal. For those of you who understand who Dr. Umar Johnson is, or may not know who he is, I want you, number one, to please be aware that we will make sure that we have a handle on every single component of his story. Hello? Hello? Attorney Gregory, can you hear me? Let me make sure he can hear us. Y'all give me 1 second. Hello?
Yes, Theo Gregory speaking.
Okay, so we have Attorney Gregory on the line, guys. Attorney Gregory, before you dive in here, I want you to please introduce yourself to the people, and I want you to just give a brief background on your occupational experiences.
Yep. My name is Theo Gregory, or Theophilus Gregory. I'm an attorney in Wilmington, Delaware. Started practicing back in 1979. I was a legal aid lawyer. I was an assistant United States attorney. I was a family court public defender, private practice, and a city council person, president of the city council in Wilmington, and started a number of nonprofits, was involved in a number of nonprofits relating to youth in the city of Wilmington. At one time, I was chair of the Wilmington City Democratic City Committee.
Yes, yes. So we have Attorney Gregory on the line, and we don't want to take up a lot of his time. There are a lot of different things that he has going on. Number one, Attorney Gregory, one of the main questions I want to ask you is, as far as the actual school building in Delaware. Now, for those of you who don't know, Dr. Umar, there is no personal relationship here, but we want to make sure. Absolutely. So we want to make sure people understand that. And number two, we're getting the full, or as far as Attorney Gregory can give us as much as he can, we're getting just the background of the school community itself and how it came to be. So, Attorney Gregory, if you could speak to a little bit of that, and how did the school building first come about in the heart of Delaware?
In the early, about 2003, 2004, 5, we had a vision to create a charter school in the city, take advantage of the charter laws. We would combine a middle school and a high school so that the kids would have a continuum of presence in one location. And in 2006, we opened as a charter school. We were open 2006. We were in trailers. Then in 2007, we had located 2 vacant warehouses nearby in the city of Wilmington, and we had both warehouses renovated. One was the middle school, the smaller warehouse. The larger warehouse was the high school. We had a little tin structure to the side that made for a nice small gym. So we occupied the building from about 2007, 8, and 9. We went through charter renewal, and our charter was denied. And then the state came in and decided they could do it better, and they put a team of people in there that they got from, I can't the name of the company. The company was not a management company, it was a curriculum company, and they found that they couldn't do it, or for some reason, whatever reason, they decided to bow out, and they turned it over to a nonprofit board that the state had assembled to go in and run the school in about, well, I guess that would have been 2011, 12 at that time.
Okay.
So we renovated the buildings. We purchased the buildings that were just raw, sitting there. We're blessed because there was no contamination with asbestos or any other substance. We took 2 buildings that were vacant in the community, 3, and renovated them into a campus, a school campus.
Huh. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. And by 2011, the state turned it up. Pretty much the state grabbed it, and then what happened after that?
They grabbed it in, I think, the start of 2011 school year. I think they ran it for a year, and then they turned it over while they developed a nonprofit that they put in there, and that nonprofit was running it. I think they may have been there 2 years or maybe 3. No more than 3, and they shut because of they didn't have the population. It just didn't work for them. When they kicked me out, we had 500, 600 kids, and they developed a waiting list. They left, and you got to have a certain number, threshold number for a charter to work. And I think they were below that threshold, which was something like 200 kids, 250 kids.
And as far as now, a lot of people may not know this, but in order to get a school started, what are the implementations you must have in place just for even, because you say it started as it was going to be a charter school, then that didn't work out, then the state took hold. Tell the people, if you can, just what it takes to get a school started and accepted to actually be placed within a community.
So let me say this. The state took it over, and the state ran it as a charter school. Then when the state did not want to do it any longer for whatever reason, they gave it to a nonprofit that continued with a different charter. In order to do a charter, you got to put a plan in place. That plan has to be approved by the state of Delaware. You got to show how you're going to market, how you're going to do your staffing, where your location is going to be, how you plan to grow it, and how you're going to sustain it, curriculum, and all the credentials of everybody that's going in order to get a charter school.
Okay. As far as the amount of people that it would take to get something like this done, what do you think that number is?
Let me say this to you, and I'm going to say it out of pride.
Yes.
We were a group of local black folk that did this. It was we conceived it, we developed it, and we put it up. That was nonprofit, one of the larger nonprofits in the city of Wilmington at that time. I think that was conceived by, ran by, developed by us. And they came in and said, you're not doing it right or something, and took it. The state said we'll run it. So I can tell you it was a handful of people. It was about a board of 9 people. That's what it was, a board of 9 people. But then we went in the community and got other partners, of course. But it was basically a core group of 9 people from the community, true community people.
Wow.
Yeah.
I do want to. This has masked a lot of people regarding the information, because there has been time and time again when you talk about a community of people that have took not only their time but their money, their energy, their resources, and credentials, put them together, and try to in short, create a school for the community. Now, there are tons of different people with different plans, whether it's a charter school. If you go through the public sector, there are different things that you have to abide by as far as federal policy. Being an administrator, there are tons of different things, tons of boxes that you have to check as far as the number of students, like you mentioned, and also being able to what you can control. Just for instance, for the audience here, when it comes to, let's say, the LeBron James School in Akron, LeBron James is using his image and likeness. He does not run the school. He's using his image and likeness for the prosperity of the school. So he does not control the curriculum. He does not. He may not even fully understand the federal policy, but he is using his pocketbook and also his language and image to influence the students who are coming to their school, and also whatever monies that may be coming to the school as well. Attorney Gregory, there's been a situation with a brother named Dr. Umar Johnson where for about 10 to 15 years, he has accepted donations to build a school within that community. Now, I've talked to the good sister. Her name is Dr. Whitehead. She told me that there's graffiti all over the building at this point. There are tons of different things going on right now. Do you believe that it could possibly take 10 to 15 years to build a school, build the personnel, input plumbing, electrical work, HVAC? Does it take 10 to 15 years to build a school that can help improve and actually open up to the community?
Let me say this. LeBron James's school first is private. So it's not subjected to all the regulations in terms of putting a building up and in terms of putting a private school up. See, a lot of your federal requirements don't apply to private. A lot of your state requirements don't apply to private. It's a private school. What I put up was a public charter school, so we were under the regulations and domain of federal regulations, et cetera, and laws, and also state laws. Now, I want to answer your question specifically, and it's a tough question to answer, and I don't have any specifics as to Dr. Umar, but from my understanding, he spent years raising money to buy a school when he got the opportunity to buy one. His specific plan, as I understand it, did not target initially these buildings in Wilmington.
Correct.
It's just that in his travels and in his investigation, he learned about these buildings and was in a position with the monies that he had raised over the years to purchase the buildings.
Yes.
Okay, then that's distinctly different. Could he have used that 15 years to raise their money? Certainly. I've done projects before at a nonprofit where it took one shutdown without even getting done after a decade, where it took 7, 8, 9, 10 years. But you hold on to your vision and you wait for the opportunity to present itself, and you do what you need to do. So I can't comment on whether that was long or too long. I can tell you it takes time. Does that answer your question?
Yes. I want to really quickly, I want to give it up for Attorney Gregory. He's answering tons of questions that a lot of the people wanted to know. And, I do want to ask you, I spoke to Dr. Whitehead again, and I really want to make sure I answer this question before, I ask this question before you go. In regards to the community, there was a how do I put this? A lot of people was looking forward to an all boys school, a school for the people, by the people, and they had a lot of publicity surrounding it. Have you heard of anything regarding the actual Delaware community where people feel as though they've been bamboozled, or do people feel as though they are at this point looking for some sort of retribution to not only the school but the community of Delaware right now?
Let me say, I've divorced myself from frontline stuff. I, I'm an attorney. I'm still working. I represent students with special needs. I do it as a labor of passion. So a lot of issues that come up, and I don't read the local paper anymore by choice. So I can't really comment on that. I can't really comment. I really can't. I'd be guessing. I'd be talking based on yes.
Sure.
So I can't comment on that.
Sure. Um, Attorney Gregory, I know you. I know you have another meeting to get to.
But I want to say that I got something I want to say though.
Sure.
Because I know one issue when Dr. Wooten called me was when we walked out of that building, it was in newly renovated in excellent shape. So the state came in, and I'm sure because it was occupied, it stayed in excellent shape. Then it went to this nonprofit board that the state allowed to create a charter and continue it. And when they walked out of it, it was in excellent shape. The building went down because it was not properly secured as a vacant building when the last group walked out. Now, am I saying that on personal knowledge? No, I'm saying that based on the consequences that came afterwards, and that is the building was trashed.
Wow.
It was trashed. You got a little small gym, you got a big gym, you had a small middle school. I'm told, not by folk, that it was trash. Now, I had an opportunity to walk into the middle school. Someone invited me in, and in tears, I said, I can't go in there. I cannot go in there if it's trash. And they said, well, you don't want to come in here. So he bought the building. Now he got to get the money or get money to fix it. You got to get furniture. You got to do all these other things. So I don't know what that timeline would be. I don't know what what Dr. Umar's budget is. Okay?
Wow. Oh man. Okay. Wow, that's something. I mean, that's something to take in. Lastly, before I let you go, I'll say this, and I'll say if you want to comment on this. For us to have an establishment like this school that you see that you actually helped build, to have it trashed. I mean, what did I mean, to be honest, I don't know what you were possibly thinking in that moment, especially when it could have been a place where students can actually go and learn and build, especially from elementary to middle school.
So we were going middle school to high school.
Right. Okay.
All right. So what was your question? Give me your question.
So my question was, did you, as far as the building being trashed, because you were a part of the process of the building actually being created in the first place, the fact that it was trashed, how did you on the outside feel about that as saying, I mean, you said pretty much that you didn't want to go in there.
Let me say this. What I said was this. I told the person I can't go in there. I cannot go. If you're telling me it's trash, I can't go in there. Because I know what it was like when I walked out, okay? And I know what we went through to get it. And I know the process and the unfairness of the process when the state took the building from the board that I was involved with. And I just think it was done for all the wrong reasons. So to have me come back 4 or 5 years later and walk through it, no, I can't do that. Because I've gotten over that anger and disappointment and unfairness and I'm done with it. I can't do that. So I wouldn't go in the building.
Why did you believe the state wanted to take the building?
That's another whole story. That's another whole conversation.
This is deep. Attorney Gregory, I would love to have you on the show again. At a later date. This is, beyond the book, bedtime stories. I have plenty of phenomenal guests. You sound like a phenomenal person that has essentially seen the other side of when things don't go your way, as far as, especially when people put in hard work and aspire to certain things, whether you're an administrator, teacher, whatever else. We appreciate you for joining us, and I will be able to I'll contact you at a later date, and so that we could possibly have another conversation. You are stationed in Delaware, correct?
I'm in Wilmington. I'm in Newcastle. I'm in Wilmington. Yes.
Okay.
Right outside of. Yeah, that's where I am.
Okay. We appreciate you for joining us. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. You guys heard it here. So essentially, you had Dr. Umar Johnson has done the number, and I want to give my last takes before we get into some foolery on Attorney Gregory. Attorney Gregory has been a part of a part of a community where he was in a process. 9 individuals, they came, they built this school from middle school. They wanted the transition to be from middle school to high school. The state came in to take the school from the 9 representatives. It was 9 people who came together. So there's an entire backstory on why the state took the school from them. And people talk about, hey, you know what? How come we can't have anything of our own? What's going on with things being built for us, by us, etc. Now, whether it was money involved or other political reasons, we're not sure. I wasn't able to have Attorney Gregory for that, but for this situation specifically, you understand the backstory of the buildings. You can get a firm hold on why, essentially why they decided to, why Dr. Umar is looking to auction off the building, and also the condition of the building before that. As Attorney Gregory stated, there's graffiti, it's trashed, people aren't looking over the building. There were tons. Dr. Umar's trying to do everything. Every time, and again, I've followed Dr. Umar for a while. I've actually put money towards the building, towards the school. The idea. Dr. Umar never showed any other people. Maybe he showed a few people walking through the building, but he never showed a board of representatives. He never showed, different people trying to actually fund or communicate a vision. It was just about him every time he turned on his camera. I'm not saying he had to show it, but what we've gathered is Attorney Gregory has put us on to something. He put us on to what it actually looks like when something is actually started and how much time it takes. Now, he did say something extremely key. He did say it depends on the project. A project could take, as far as funding it, it could take 10 to 15 years. It could take that much. But he did say that as far as how things are being ran, as far as the physical building, as far as the look of it, it was trashed. No upkeep. So what I want to do is we're going to get into a little foolery, just a little bit. Because when it comes to Dr. Umar Johnson, the orator, he can speak extremely well. Got no problem with that. But Dr. Umar Johnson, the educator, the person who you're looking to actually build a community behind, send your kids to a school. He was trying to build a FDMG all-boys school. I'm not sure about that. Now, this isn't slander. We just wanna have some fun with it because at the end of the day, sure, it's a huge topic. But the facts are this. The facts are a lot of different people supported Dr. Umar Johnson more so than the people that came before. So why did they allow? Here's the question. Why did they allow Dr. Umar to get so far? Why did they allow his campaign to keep going? Was it because of this statement? Hang on. Was it because of this?
And know some of us love our children, but I want to be clear and know some of us love our children, but some of our children are so far gone that we're going to have to put some of them to sleep in order to take back the neighborhood. Some of y'all don't want to hear that because you don't live in reality. But I'm telling you, as a psychologist, I'm not going to be able to psychologize all of them on the corner. Some of them going to sleep for God!
Is that why? I don't know. Is that why they let him get so far? I'm not sure. I don't know. But the big question here, number one, why did they have Dr. Umar pretty much parade around, strip most of the black community for years for money, support, investment, giving donation after donation? Again, we're not talking about, sure, as far as the project, if you're doing the project on your own, Attorney Gregory said it plain and simple. It could be funded. It may take long to fund that situation, but at the end of the day, there should be some sort of care, some sort of pride when it comes to building out an actual establishment for yourself. Not only for yourself, but a community of people. Umar didn't have a lot of help. And I don't think he was looking to give himself a lot of help. Now, I've talked to plenty of people before I went on live. As we listened to Attorney Gregory and Dr. Whitehead, I spoke with her. Wilmington, Delaware. The heart of Wilmington, Delaware. 2 buildings. Building in the front, building on the side of the building. Small gym room. They were supposed to put in HVAC, plumbing, electricity. There's graffiti on the side of the buildings. The building is not sectioned off. There's no gate around it. You can go in. You can trash the place. Attorney Gregory was invited to go in. He didn't want to go in because he knew it was trashed. So we are looking at we just mapped out the history of the building. And why this is, I believe, Attorney Gregory did not say this, but I believe it's impactful to the community of people and the individuals who have actually given to the cause. It's impactful because you thought that you were getting something and you never got it for years. Now, Umar, I'm going to show y'all something because I did do a little research. Now, Umar Johnson right now, he said that his account is frozen. Umar said his account was frozen 10 years ago for the same thing. He said he was trying to get money for the school and his account was frozen. Now, I want to show you exactly what I mean by that. I'm going to show you the actual video. I'm going to show you the video. Shout out to Common Sense Eli because I'm using his content. Shout out to him. You can go to his channel. But let's go here. This is extremely important. This video, check the date of the video. 10 years ago. I'm going to zoom in. This is 10 years ago. Again, shout out to Common Sense Eli. This is his content right here. 10 years ago, Dr. Umar Johnson talking the same thing. Saying the same thing. His account was frozen. Over 125 of donations. Now, you all know your cousin, your uncle Pookie, Ray Ray, the goofballs. They always tell you their account frozen. Can you send it here? Can you send it there? They ain't got no actual bank account. You already know how this work. We was born, some of us was born at night, not last night. We know this. This sound like one of them Negroes. Again, we not bashing no black man because it's hard to come up wherever you at. I know the history. But at the end of the day, a lot of us have to work 10 times harder already. You got fast talking Negroes that make you work about 20 times harder. So we got to stop that too. I'm just keeping it a bean. So let's go ahead and watch this. To this.
So we doing okay. PayPal sabotaged us, y'all. Let me tell you how PayPal sabotaged. I called PayPal before I started using PayPal for the school fundraising. And I didn't want to use PayPal, but lazy Negroes kept talking about why I just can't make an online donation. Take your lazy ass to the post office and get a stamp. But anyway, they kept on bugging me, so I said, okay, let me do this PayPal. Now, I called PayPal first. I said, listen, I don't have tax exempt status yet. I won't have it to the end of the year. And I don't want y'all to freeze my account. If y'all going to freeze my account, I don't even want to start with PayPal. They told me you should be fine. Now, check this out. We raised $25,000, PayPal don't say nothing. We raised $50,000, PayPal don't say nothing. We raised $100,000, PayPal don't say nothing. Soon when I get to $125,000, they freeze my damn account. I called them, I said, listen, can I talk to somebody about this? Because y'all told me this would not happen. Y'all know it take a while to get that tax exempt status from the IRS. I told y'all we're going to have it by the end of the year. In the meantime, I got over 200 people who have an automatic deduction on PayPal. I didn't even know this. But every day, I'm seeing 25 payments skipped, payments skipped, payments skipped. These are automatic payments that our brothers and sisters set up through PayPal. Every day, I'm seeing, I didn't even know people had that many automatic payments set up. So we're losing money because PayPal got the account froze and going to keep it frozen.
They're asking you about your money.
Now, if you could believe that, somebody could sell you, I don't know, anything under the sun. Now, for those of you who don't understand how life works, I'm pretty sure you've had bill collectors. I got bill collectors still to this day. People calling me saying they want me. They gonna get it. But I answer the phone. I communicate, hey, you know what? I ain't got it right now. You can probably get it in about 2 weeks. All black people got some back pay bills. Hey, that's just how it go. You tried to get that car, that house. You tried to, do this, do that. You take out a loan here, there, But you communicate. See, they call you every week. Especially if you owe some big money. People calling you every week, every month, sending you emails. They not just freezing your account, bro. They not just up and freezing your account. Chase not just up and free. I've never had a Chase account. I've been living for 31 years. I've had a Chase college account since I was 18 years old. Never have frozen. Now I haven't had, he said hundreds of thousands going in and out. But there are plenty of people who have had these types of things as far as people having large sums of money going in and out of a Chase account. Okay, if Dr. Umar is 54 years old, that's 23 years on me. You're not gonna have, if I have an account that's frozen, I have hundreds of $1,000s, I better have another account. I better have some credit. He recently put out a video saying that, yeah, you know what? Can my brothers and sisters give me some more donations because they froze my one account, my one Chase account? At the end of the day, Dr. Umar, these kinds of things is low level niggatry, man. That's what it is. Low level niggatry. So for everybody in the back, I'm going to play another video. And this is Dr. Umar saying 10 years. So that was 10 years ago, 2015. This is 2025. So he's saying right now, he has to auction the school off. So we have it here. I want to play just a snippet right here. Shout out to Anton Daniels. I rock with Anton Daniels. And I wanna play this short clip right here so that we can actually see Dr. Umar in the flesh tell us he's looking to auction off the school. Let's take a look.
FDMG Academy bank accounts are still frozen. Dr. Umar personal bank account is still frozen. Dr. Umar personal bank account is still frozen.
Only time my account is frozen is when I've heard of other people's bank accounts being frozen is when they trying to like have scammers or get a PP loan. Say they have 100 employees and trying to get 100,000. That's the only time I've people have told me their accounts is frozen. These are just facts.
Brothers and sisters, we are fighting this war against FDMG and Dr. Umar Ifatunde. We are fighting this war against FDMG and Dr. Umar Ifatunde. We were supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down. We were supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down. We still haven't got our refund. We still haven't got our refund. We still haven't got our refund. So, not only are the accounts frozen, make sure y'all hit my Venmo and my PayPal. PayPal.me/Umar the Psychologist. PayPal.me/Umar the Psychologist, or tap my Venmo. Text me for the links to donate to FDMG. Text me for the links to support Dr. Umar. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. On August the 5th, brothers and sisters, on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a notice to auction off the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy campus for unpaid vacant property registration fees. I repeat, on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a lien to auction off the campus we bought, the campus we've been working on for 6.5 years.
I'm gonna jump in here. Let me jump in here real quick. Please hear me. Please let me jump in here. Dr. Umar, they took out a tax lien because you did not pay your property taxes on the property that you bought. That's all that happened. See, this is the issue. This is the issue I have. See, Dr. Umar, I'm assuming he got his doctorate. My degrees are in the back. I'm in the middle of my dissertation. My point is this. Dr. Umar, you did not pay the property taxes on the property. It's called a tax lien, Dr. Umar. You were not paying the property taxes each month. You did not pay out in the year. So they came for it. My OG, she got a building because the person before who actually owned the property was auctioned off because the guy was not paying the property taxes. Sometimes you can get handed a building. You pay a little money, okay? You come in, all right, boom, boom, boom. You do this, you do that. Sometimes blessings work out that way for good people. But that's what happened. I don't appreciate that Dr. Umar is talking to some folk, black or white, whether they be ignorant or not, feeding into the system is working against us. Bro, you bought the property. You did not pay the property taxes. That's what happened. Let's get back. I'm curious to see what else he says here. Let's get back.
I was not notified of this. We were not notified of this. This past weekend, without an email, this past weekend, without a letter in the mail, this past weekend, without a phone call, the city of Wilmington put a notice on the door handle of both of our schools.
Yo,
So really quickly, I just got off the phone with Attorney Gregory. Shout out to Attorney Gregory. He did a phenomenal job coming on the show and telling us the insight of the history of the buildings and how the state took the buildings from their collective nine board members who came together. I'm gonna call them nine board members, but what it sounded like was 9 resourceful community members came together and orchestrated that building, and it was taken. The state actually took it from under them. I would love to hear exactly what happened with that because he didn't want to get into it. But you see how Attorney Gregory knew exactly what happened? He understood exactly, and he was you could hear the trepidation in his voice, filled with humility. How do you not know that you have a tax lien on a property? How do you not know that? How do you not know exactly what's going on and why? So these are the things that I want to shed some light on, because at the end of the day, I'm not really interested in bashing Dr. We bash a lot of people every single day for no reason. It's better for us to get the facts, learn, and how the community of Delaware, Wilmington, Delaware, have been impacted. So I wanna make sure I play a little bit more. Actually, we don't have too much time, but it's a sad case, man. It's a sad case. Dr. Umar has done something I've never seen done before. He accepted donations for 10, 15 years straight and has nothing to show for it. School will be auctioned off, the buildings. There was never a school, unfortunately. This is, for me, one of the points in my life where I don't want to root against Dr. Umar, because at the end of the day, he's been pushing, he's been getting up, he's been talking, I'm not too interested in his personal life. I just do know to be a orator and know a lot of facts and, build out your history and go to school. That takes effort, energy. No lie. He gets it from me from that. Cool. My thing is this. You spend 10, 15 years of the community's money. You spend 10, 15 years of the community's energy going out on major platforms, media outlets. This is why I tell people, big up the people who next to you are actually in the classrooms every single day, making an impact on the students every single day. Got credentials you can see. That's in the back. Not just talking about myself, the people as well. Because a lot of people are sucking the life out of the Black community. We can't always blame the system. In some instances, like Attorney Gregory, he didn't give the full story. He couldn't get into it. He had another meeting. But the state took what they wanted to have, a middle school, a high school, took it away from him. He had a public charter school. He mentioned LeBron's private school, private charter. And he drew out the differences. So at the end of the day, important individuals, impactful people who are actually making a difference, man. Please support them. Please build out opportunities to actually share spaces with them. Please put yourselves in a position to actually know the truth and the history behind what's going on in those said communities. Because I'm going to tell you something. When people work so hard, like Attorney Gregory, like a Dr. Whitehead, out in Delaware, Wilmington, Delaware, and they see what they've worked hard for trashed, graffiti all over the wall, how you think it make them feel, man? So we're going to wrap it up. I appreciate everybody for rocking with us. Please tune in next time. I don't understand here's the deal. Next episode, I really want to do a follow-up, and hopefully Attorney Gregory can tell me why, the state took the school from him, and possibly give me more insight. We'll punch out on Dr. Umar another time. I got some things to do that I want to uncover before I, go and make a direct impact on the young people coming up. And we gonna end it like that as always, man. And in simulation, provide a demonstration to the higher power, showing who you are. Only then are you able to soar across the pages of life. Until next time, please, you know what it is. Love it to you.